Oh, hi, Carly. How are you?
Good. I gather I can't say the same about you. Your liver is failing, and you refuse to get a transplant. Why?
This isn't my idea of helping. Who told you it was okay to broadcast my health problems? I confided in Carly. I didn't...
Have you ever heard of respecting a person's privacy, or is that some novel concept to you? My health and how I choose to deal with it is my business, not yours.
I am your son.
All right. Oh, excuse me. I'm just gonna...
What?
Hi, sweetheart. This is an awkward situation. I guess there's a bit of explaining to do. Because if I don't, you're never going to understand what I'm doing.
Oh, my God. It was all a lie, wasn't it?
I am a doctor, and you're only family. And that ought to be more than enough reason to include me in how you deal with your liver disease. Instead, you're shutting me out of the entire process.
That's right.
Sorry.
Look, I know your heart's in the right place, but you should have checked with me before talking to my dad.
I was just trying to help, okay? This is a really complicated situation.
No, it's not that complicated at all. I offered him a living transplant, and he refused.
Of course he did.
Your was Mom in on it?
Let me explain.
Was there ever a boat explosion, or did you two just go off on some mission and then when she missed me, she decided to get in touch with me?
Your mother doesn't know I'm alive.
So you left her to grieve for you. You know, she lost her memory. She spent years
I
trying
need
to
to
remember what
explain
happened.
this to you, otherwise you're never going to understand.
You let me believe that you were dead. Or worse, you let me believe that you were brutally murdered. Why should I ever listen to anything you ever have to say again?
Because still and all, I'm your father.
Of course you refuse a transplant from me. You'd rather die than owe me anything.
Oh, come on. You really don't get it, do you?
Yeah, he's thinking about himself as usual.
No, he's not. He's being a parent. Of course your father cannot let his own son risk his life or be in pain for any reason. If my boys needed my kidney, my heart, or my liver, I'd give it to him without even thinking about it. I would die for my boys. But I would never let them do the same thing for me.
Yeah, well, that's you.
That's Noah.
What are you saying? He's a noble man for refusing a
I'm
transplant?
saying it proves how much he loves you, Patrick.
Meet in New York.
Father that I loved died in 1991. Maybe he wasn't even real. Maybe it was just a part you were playing. But that man, my father, would have come back for me.
I tried to.
Another lie. If you wanted to, you would have found a way. You always did before.
Your mother had never been black boxed before. She was a double agent, slated for elimination, kill on sight.
Don't tell me that you faked your death to protect Mom.
Look, if you don't... Now, we can keep on doing this, but unless you shut up and listen, you're never going to understand what happened. Now, I'll tell you a story, and then you can believe it or not.
Fine. Tell me a story. You can say whatever you want, but it is not going to change how much I hate you.
How's your temperature?
He was steadily rising.
Any idea how this started?
The patient's father returned from Markham Islands with the pet chimp.
I was close to a sick boy, and so was the chimp. And last night I had a fever and passed out, but it was nothing like this.
I paged you because it could
Yeah, it could be bacterial, viral, or rickettsial.
Yeah, we're testing for that.
Any numbness in extremities?
Yes.
Doctor, here are the test results.
Negative of malaria. We need to run more tests.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry that I accused you of faking this, and I'm even sorrier still that your daughter's sick.
Thanks. I didn't think that the chimp was going to hurt her. I would have never brought him back if I thought there was even the slightest chance.
Don't jump to any conclusions. Has the chimp been tested?
No.
Do you need any help with the chimp?
Yeah, we could bring him to the lab. And I'll take you up on that.
Okay. Come on, little buddy. We're gonna go for a walk.
What if the monkey is contagious? Then Dylan's exposed.
If the monkey's a carrier, he's already been exposed, along with everybody else who's come into contact. Elizabeth, need your help with this patient.
Lulu?
She's got a fever. Probably contagious. Her pet chimpanzee may be the carrier. We're testing the animal right now.
Wait, if the chimp is the carrier, then we are all exposed. Lucky and Nicholas, too.
Well, if it's the same thing, the fever passes quickly. At least it did with me and the kid in the Markham Islands.
You sure you passed it?
No, Dad, don't leave me.
Oh, I'm here.
Don't leave me.
I'm not going anywhere, baby. No. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Why don't we deal with the first question?
Yeah.
There was an explosion, but it wasn't caused by Faison. It was the work of the Bureau.
So I guess they weren't exactly grateful for all your years of faithful service.
Faison was an enemy of the state. Your mother was a security risk.
He kidnapped her. He tortured her.
Nobody ever believed that. It was an embarrassment, potentially kind of messy, so they got out the book and followed through on policy.
Right, except no one died.
I did. In every way that mattered. I was taken to a holding cell. They knew your mother'd survived because they had pictures. Apparently she had some kind of amnesia, brain damage. No one knew for sure. But I was told unless I cooperated that they were going to kill her.
How did I know that this was going to end up all along, that you were the hero?
I had pictures of you too.
Oh, right, Dad. They were going to kill me. I was in junior high. What were they going to do, send a sniper to take me out on my way home from dance class?
Nothing that dramatic. They would have just picked you up and brought you to a facility and used you as leverage.
Because that's what you were. You were leverage.
The daughter of a couple of suspected double agents. Ooh, there's a good bargaining chip.
So you saved me, thanks.
I took the deal. I transferred to covert ops and went about cleaning up the world, one dead body at a time.
Sounds ominous.
Killing people, my dear, is always ominous. But that's what I did for 11 years, where and when I was told.
Talk about a small world.
Excuse me?
Someone I know is in your line of work. Isn't it ironic that my father and my... I'm sorry, I digress. You were killing people for 11 years. That must bring us to 2003.
Change of administration. There's a new director. He owed me a favor, so I was let out of the deal. You were working in Paris at that point. 7th arrondissement, Rue de Tremplin, number 68.
Came to see me?
I knew the route you used to take to work. You used to stop at this funky little bakery twice a week. Pick up a chocolate croissant.
That's supposed to win me over, that you came to see me in Paris between jobs? I'm sorry, but the only thing that really proves is that you could have left any time and you chose not to. Not because some agency was threatening my life, but because you were having too much fun with your work and you didn't want to quit. Did you run into Frisco on any of your spy sessions?
No.
Too bad. You guys could have compared notes. You know, Frisco bailed on Felicia and his daughters to work full-time for the WSB. Of course, he didn't pretend to be dead. You know, I'm not really sure what's worse. Because they can always hope for him to come home, but on the flip side, they know that they don't really matter. I always thought that I mattered to you. Guess joke's on me.
The Bureau kept you under surveillance for me. I have shots of you going to high school. Shots of you decorating a Christmas tree with my brother. Shot of you kissing some dark-haired boy in the park.
Stone.
The boy who gave you HIV.
The boy who loved me. The guy I was supposed to spend the rest of my life with. HIV happened to both of us. And you weren't around for any of it, so I'd appreciate it if you don't start to judge me now.
I have a copy of your blood test report showing that you were HIV. Remember the day I got it? I stared at it for hours, hearing your voice in my head, Hearing you laugh. Hearing you tell me how much you wanted to be a dancer when you grew up.
HIV is not a death sentence.
I am aware of that. I also know that your prognosis is hopeful. And that I can't do anything for you. So I decided to leave you with your childhood intact. Memories of a father that could do anything. That Robert Scorpio, he was a better man than I am. That's the father you deserved.
Except he was a lie.
No, he was all best intentions. Spies don't walk away from their past for too long. I tried. I tried to be a father to you. I'm not sure to this day whether I would have been better off walking out the door the moment I discovered I had a daughter. That way you could never have missed me.
Well, look at it this way. All these convoluted explanations would be even harder to swallow if I hadn't grown up with you.
I don't know if it matters at this point, but here, I have some documentation. Have a look at it.
Ooh, medical rescue agency. I'm so impressed. It looks real.
It is real. It's also the reason I'm here. Port Charles is at risk for a major epidemic.
What you know about medicine is limited to potential causes of death. What would the medical rescue agency need you for?
It's true, I'm not a doctor. But I'm not exactly stupid either. And I've learned quite a lot, especially since discovering my only daughter has HIV. I joined the agency to help other kids, since I couldn't help my own.
So what do? Pass out vaccines?
I'm a containment specialist. Whenever there's an outbreak, I move in and do what's necessary to contain it. Then I track it back to its origin.
So you're a disease cop?
Crude but accurate.
Or else this is just some elaborate scheme and you're actually here on another
I was in the
WSB
South
mission.
Pacific, tracking a rather lethal dose of encephalitis. We quarantined the village and then torched it. But 2 potential carriers slipped through the net. One was a chimpanzee and the other was Luke Spencer.
So Luke's infected.
I don't know. I was over at the Quartermains, and yes, he seems to be sick, but he also seems to be recovering, and that isn't the pattern with other patients. So, maybe it's just a coincidence, and he's got a flu bug. In any case, till I find out, I want you to go home.
You show up here after playing dead for 15 years and you're trying to tell me what to do?
Robin, this thing is lethal. It has a 40% mortality rate, and you with your weakened immune system, well, I don't want you sticking around here and being exposed.
Well, sorry, you don't get a vote. I am a doctor and on staff at this hospital.
Obviously, I've interrupted.
No, you know what? Your timing is perfect for once. Dr. Drake, this is my father, Robert Scorpio.
For a second, I thought of your father.
Yeah, he was dead? Yeah, that's what I thought. Crazy thing is, my father is a spy. He claims that he's here for the medical rescue agency. I guess he's tracking a disease that Luke Spencer may have brought back from who knows
Hey,
where.
wait a second. Spencer's down in ER. He came in with a fever, and he's weak, but he's lucid. His daughter came in with a fever of 103.
Then we have trouble.
I need everything you have on this.
I need to see these patients. Go on.
Go to hell.